Hello top tickers. I want to talk about profit in this video. Profit is good. There you go, I've said it. Now, I'm not going to turn into some sort of crazy spiv and go greed is good, oh money, money, money and all that sort of thing. What I want to say is that a healthy business needs to make profit above your wages. If you've got staff, above their wages, above your materials cost and all that sort of thing, and your overheads, as we've discussed in previous videos. You have to have all those costs, whether it's an annual cost and then you've calculated it, how much it actually breaks down to per day or per hour. You've got to have all those costs covered, including your labour, your wage at the end of the day as a director or an employee of your own company. You've got to have all those costs covered. And then you do need profit on top of that, a healthy amount. Because what's going to happen when your vehicle stops working? Even if you're self-employed and it's your personally owned vehicle, you're going to need that vehicle replacing to get to work, to carry your tools, to whatever your business is. You're going to need it. Okay, you don't need a vehicle because you work in an office space, at home. What about your computer when that breaks? What about, oh, it's okay, my business is a small startup, I've already got all the tools I need. Yeah, but you're suddenly going from a DIY weekend job to a full-time job. You're going to give whatever the tool is that you're using, whether it's a pencil, a pen, computer, a vehicle, a hammer, a drill, you're going to give it a hammering. It is completely different working on it 5 days a week or even 6 days a week. You're going to put it through its paces, and then you're going to be breaking things, or they're going to wear out on you. Like I said about vehicles, they're going to need parts replacing, MOT, all the rest of it. You're going to need to get a new vehicle sooner or later because suddenly you're using it regularly, Monday to Friday, rather than just at the weekend. So you do need profit to cover these one-off costs, and I would say unexpected costs, but if you're doing forecasting, if you're building up your experience and your knowledge base, they shouldn't be unexpected completely. They should be planned. You should have reserve pots put aside for these sort of things, and after a few years you should be able to work out, right, okay, I'm going to need a new vehicle in however many years, therefore I need to be putting aside X amount to then cover the replacement cost of that vehicle, for example. So profit is good. If you get customers that are trying to hammer the price down, squeeze every last bit, that's okay. You can negotiate your price as long as you are not reducing your labour cost at the end of the day or eating into your profit. If someone says they want a better price, look at the scope that you've offered them and see what can you remove. So as one example, customer wanted to save a bit of money. I said, okay, I've charged, I can't remember what it was, a few hundred or whatever for waste removal. Got a license for that, skips, whatever. Okay, you deal with all the waste removal because I'm not really in that business. It's part of the job. Yeah, I'm not fussed about doing it. Don't really make a lot on it, and fine. You want to save some money, I'll do the job. All the waste gets left on your property. You handle it. There you go. Cost saving. They're happy. I'm happy. Think about it this way: if a customer doesn't want you to make profit, does that customer expect your business to be there for them tomorrow, next year, 5 years? You've provided a service to them and they want you to be around, don't they? If something goes wrong or they become a repeat customer, you did a really good job. When they ring you up in 2 years' time and you say to them, sorry, I'm not doing that anymore, I shut the business down. They go, oh, that's a shame, you were really good. Yeah, but you didn't pay me enough. You didn't let me make profit. So I didn't sustain that business for long enough to come back to do your whatever it is, the other job you've got for me in the future. You'll find a lot of people, they just want the cheapest price, and then they get upset when that business is no longer around anymore. It's like, well, you got to pay for that. You've got to pay a little bit more than dirt cheap. You've got to pay a little bit more than probably £15-20 an hour for that Joe Bloggs to actually sustain his business for more than a few years. Think of it this way, another way, if you're a customer watching this, when you go into Tesco Do you realise that you're paying for their electricity, for those lights above your head? Do you realise that when they build a new Tesco, you're paying for that? You're a customer, you're paying for it to be built. Where do you think they fund these projects? How do they build a new Tesco? How do they put the lights on and pay for the electricity? It comes out of profit. When you buy a tin of beans at 50p, Heinz ones, yeah, maybe 0.0001 pence of that goes towards profit of the business to pay shareholders. Yeah, you go, oh, I don't want shareholders to get paid. Well, then the business won't be there. How do they pay the lights and all the overheads? Well, it comes out of a tin of beans, doesn't it? It all comes from the customer at the end of the day. I think I've ranted too much. I'll leave it at that.